and let us light the lamp and pray to Ma Saraswati for an amazing year. Please come. Please can I request some of you? Come on, Uthiye. Yes, please. Thank you. Not wasting any time, I would like to welcome our Chancellor, Sir Dr. Khosla.
University started functioning, then closed. We're all used to this thing. These are the natural calamities. We all have faced it and we don't know what is going to happen in next 6 months. Some say it will go away. Then there is a second school thinks that again it will come back. Whatever it is to be faced. And this is life. Life is a challenge. I welcome you all to this university again. Because after all, university means where teacher and student directly interact with each other. But if it is enforced, that nature enforces that you cannot We cannot challenge the nature. So then we have to adopt the other way is online. Sitting in the Zoom, even an old person like me, I have also get trained how to use the Zoom and all meetings, daily 3 or 4 meetings I'm attending on Zoom. Well, our generation is different because we have seen a lot the changes starting from the partition of the country, going to the independence days, prime ministers after prime minister changing, attitude of the students changing, the society changing. I've seen the society changing. I find a lot of change when we were students, what I see the students now. So this is mine is a generation which have passed through 3 steps. So change, accept the change. I'm a person who accepts the change. Welcome you, those who are here today, who have dared to come back, because I know that the parents may be standing in your way or asking, because parents always seek for the safety of their wards, and there will be the mixed feeling whether should you go or shouldn't you go. Normally, uh, it's not the classroom teaching for science students, it's also the practicals. Last batch has passed without much of the practicals, but in this current batch, who are now entering into the final year of 2 years program, the masters, and the final year of the 4 years professional subjects like engineering or pharmacy, or 3 years in science and liberal arts. But they don't have the practicals, but in science the practicals are there. So those are to be attended to. Life is very hard, I can tell you. Economy is going down, challenges are, we are going to face up new challenges, but facing is important. Today, I received one message about a girl who is the captain of the Indian women hockey. Really, I had tears in my eyes. The story goes, a little girl, there is a hockey training camp near their house, which was a mud house. Her father was a cart puller, 80 feet a day, mother a maid. And it is a case like a club here that he learned when Dronacharya was teaching to the Pandus the art of archery. Her urge for playing hockey, learning from other girls. So she could not afford a hockey. So once someone had thrown the broken hockey, she took that, started learning on that. And eventually, when the coach saw that this girl has passion, he encouraged that girl to participate in that. Then the family drama, because the background, putting the skirt for playing and other things, all those things are mentioned. And today she is the hockey captain of the women team, which has entered into what she writes, my first earning was 500 rupees when we got the district championship. And my father has never seen 500 rupees note. Read it. I have sent to most of the persons who are on my email. And it's worth reading. Then in response to that, someone sent me another case of a girl from Bombay weightlifting. She used to go with his brother to the forest as a little girl for carrying firewood, for bringing firewood. One day the brother was little sick and she offered that I can carry these. which was more than her own weight. When they reached the street, they were also poor. They didn't have the resources. Naturally, any family which goes to firewood collection these days, obviously is a poor family. And everybody thought, here is the case, she should go and join weightlifting. And that is again the success story, that she is now competing for the Olympics and also the Commonwealth gold medalist. So there are, in life, one should always do something different from others. Do not crush your feelings. Allow them to come out. That is why the scholars say, this is what the national education policy is going to offer today. Though lucky will be the students who will be in that policy, that you will be studying the subject of your choice up to 50% or 60%. Then you will be having some courses which will be supporting that, your own subject, and then again of your choice. Then the electives, or minors, what do they call, whatever the nomenclature is, anything what the university can offer. Rather, it is going to be a challenge to the universities. Can they provide a platter of 40 courses where the student has a choice, from dance to the acting, to the music, or to anything which they take name. I mean, yoga or weightlifting, the sports, anything can be taught as a subject of your choice. This is what the education policy is. The education policy, the Prime Minister on 29 July, when the country celebrated the first year of education policy, a large number of the programs were initiated. The Nishta, Diksha, was that there for the school teachers and the university teachers also, for the training of the teachers. Each teacher should be trained for 3 months. How to know the psychology of the student and how to behave, how to impart education, because the student in the postgraduate classes are of the same age as the teacher is. So this is always a challenge. So several schemes have come. Artificial intelligence. The most important is the academic bank, that students can enter, they can exit at will after first year, after second year, after third year. And after first year, because of some circumstances, you cannot continue because of the financial conditions or any other condition, the sickness, you can discontinue. You can join after 1 year. You will be getting the certificates in the with the first year. In the second year, you will be getting the diploma you are living, discontinuing. In the third year, you will get the degree. Fourth year, you will have the degree for which you have been registered. So that academic bank is an innovative idea. Artificial intelligence is going to be another the most important theme, which is going to be very, very important in future. There is another thing, that the Indian Sign Language for blind people, that will be a compulsory course. That we should understand. We should also be understanding what is this sign language is. I was not knowing what this sign language is. I had to look at the dictionary. Sign language is for the blind people that you are learning through symbols. पढ़ते हैं ना जो इशारों से जिनको सुनता नहीं है उनके लिए, disabled people, those who are deaf and they are totally deaf. So all those things are being covered. Is a wonderful thing. The education in future will be changing. And it is very important, because you people are at the place, because you will be the teachers of tomorrow. You have another year with you. You should also ask the institution to that we should be a little flexible for you also, so that you also have the flavor of, I would say, the national education policy. And when you go back in profession, whether it's the teaching or anything else. After all, you are going to be the parents also. The parents also need to know what is happening around, what this policy is, how the country is heading towards higher education. So, dear student, I welcome you to the university in the background of the new education policy, which is coming up with a great, I would say, fervor, and wish you all the best. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, I remember that inspirational story that sir had shared, on WhatsApp this morning. And as he said,
Change is happening. And one of the famous quotes says, change is the only thing constant in your life. So the kind of changes that have taken place, not only in India, but all across the globe, I don't think we've experienced this kind of shift anywhere in the world. I mean, at least even in my lifetime, I don't remember. And you see people like Dr. Khosla and me who are like, senior citizens, even we've adapted to technology and we so comfortable. In fact, I see Dr. Khosla sitting in front of the camera almost the whole day attending webinars. So thank you, sir. And I must tell you something a little bit interesting. About 20 years ago, I had just moved to Bangalore and I had applied for the school teacher's job. And so I was asked to come and meet the principal for an interview and I went there. And I was looking a little uncertain and looking around and I saw this very nicely dressed youngish man. He walked up to me and very smartly dressed and he said, lady, can I help you? So I looked at him, I said, sir, I'm looking for the principal. He said, lady, I am the principal. So I just looked at him, I said, oh yeah, really? So the same thing happens when I introduce Atul. When I say he's our vice chancellor, people look at him and say, oh, like really? Young, you know Atul sir better than most of us do. So, he may be young, but the kind of energy that he has brought into the campus, whether he was the pro-chancellor or now currently the vice-chancellor with his background with the corporate world, a mix of academics and corporate works really well. And I have seen Dr. Khosla, Atul, Avni, all through this 1.5 years while people have been away, working tirelessly, relentlessly to ensure that the student experience doesn't go down. So thank you, Atul. And the webinar man, I don't know how many webinars you've done so far. And your expertise on webinars is something people talk about. So I welcome you on stage and request you to address.
So, dear students, during this period, I finished my
What is that comment? Right. Ah, okay. Interesting. Thank you, Poonam, and the contributions. Poonam spoke about energy, and I thought the energy in the room was a little lacking. So, good morning, everyone. बाद 2 साल बाद कितने साल 1.5 साल बाद आए तो मॉर्निंग तो राइट मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स सर chancellor sir is it enough energy no morning आप स्टूडेंट हैं स्टूडेंट हो अच्छा लाइव स्टूडेंट हो स्टूडेंट हो ओके गुड मॉर्निंग Okay. So you guys need some exercise, right? So we're all set. Let's all set. So let's see how many of us can touch the room. I'm serious, huh? Let's see. Let's get down. Okay. So change on. Change on. Change on. अगर आप सीधा करो हाथ नीचे. Let's go on toes. Have you touched the roof? He is there. Anyway, thank you and welcome to Shulini. I think it's so lovely to have you here. When students would go in the previous inductions or whenever I would have students, there was way more energy. I think we've also lost in COVID, we've lost a little bit of that energy, but we'll get it back. So, welcome back, everyone. It's so lovely to have you here. So, we'll try one more time. Good morning. Okay, good morning. Good morning. Exercise help. Okay, lovely. So, good to see all of you here once again. And I'm excited that some of you have decided to be a part of the campus. We understand that there's a stop, start happening. But I think all of us are vaccinated at least once, right? All of you? Yes. So who is not vaccinated even once over here? All of you are. Great. So my Dean Biotechnology will tell me, and Radha will tell me that there is a 70% chance you won't get COVID if you're vaccinated. But that's not where the magic ends. There's a 99.5% chance that you won't die because you're vaccinated. That's more important, right? So I think we're relatively safe. We are vaccinated. We are trying to maintain the right protocols, but they are what they are. So let us do a quick round of understanding where all of you are from. How many of you in this room are from Himachal? Could you put a hand up? Many of you are from Himachal. How many of you are not from Himachal? Put a hand. Zen, you become Himachali? So from Syria, he's moved to Himachal and now he's become Himachali. Okay, so how many are not from Himachal? Few of you. How many of you, let's say, come from North India? Okay. How many of you come beyond North India, let's say beyond Delhi? How many of you are from beyond Delhi in this room? So 2, 3. Ayush? बिहार मैंने दिल्ली बोला है ये भी हिमाचली हो गए इतने साल रह गए सब हिमाचली I think that's good so we have people from all over we've got and how many foreign students there 2 3 4 wow so we've got people from all over the world we've got Syria Ethiopia there's one more okay. Afghanistan wonderful so you know what we're going to do now, of course, after doing our exercises and saying good morning. I think Poonam made us do that. But we'll do a round of applause for ourselves. Jor se. Love you. Okay. So I have 3 things to talk about, and Poonam has got a phenomenal, day planned for you, and hopefully there's some fun in it, Poonam. Like you always bring fun, right? We were having this debate about the future of learning, the future of the campus, what's going to happen. We all were caught unawares with COVID, right? So I think the 3 things I'd like to say. I was the first is the future of campus. I was in a big seminar the other day where I had vice chancellors from pretty much every university, big university of the world. There were guys from Harvard, Stanford, Oxford, and a bunch of others. And one question was asked: what is going to be the future of the campus? Everyone said the future of the campus is actually going to become even stronger. Because we've learned staying away from each other. We've learned that human beings are social animals. We love being with each other. We love friendships. We love to see each other. I don't know, I can't tell you how excited I am to see all of you. I am speaking in RTH after a year and a half or 2 years. I don't know. It's a long time. And it's lovely to see at least some part of the infrastructure is working. The ACs are not working. So, Brigadier Mehta, get the ACs working, please. But that's what happens. We get frustrated if you're not used to working in a particular way, or doing things in a particular way. And that might have happened with all of us. First message is, it's great that you're back. Use this time, of course, for learning, which is very important. But I think the biggest part of learning in a university is learning outside the classroom, which many times we forget. So I remember when I went to IIT Kanpur and I studied there, and I did 4 years of engineering. And when my friends asked me, how much of engineering do you know? I said this much. But this can have two, you can say, wow, I know so much, right? Perfect. Or you can say 0. I don't remember anything from the classroom. That doesn't mean that you don't study. But I remember everything from outside the classroom. A lot of my learning happened outside the classroom. The canteen, talking to friends about, in those days, reservation policy was a big thing. VP Singh had come in. There was a big discussion we had. World politics. We learned about socialism. We learned about capitalism. We discussed about our future. We just discussed about science. We just about pretty much everything under the sun, including movies, right? So a lot of the learning happens outside the classroom. While the classroom we can bring to you in terms of Zoom, we can't bring the experience of campus to you. So there's another very interesting thing also that happens in the classroom when you're speaking, when I'm speaking, and people sleep. So I know my very dear friend is very tired and she's got her eyes closed. She couldn't have done that in Zoom because Zoom has the camera on. Then you can do whatever you want. Classroom, you can't do that. So the future is going to be a blended model. It's going to be some online, some classroom. But what we cannot replicate online is the campus. Cannot replicate online is a discussion when 100 of you come together and you discuss new ideas. So you're now in we are in August, we've got 1 more year to go. I'm hoping that we will all be on campus. I don't see us not being on campus. And that's why we've taken a very calculated risk. So I think all of you are protected. You don't have to worry about anything at all. If you've got any trouble on anything, you've got Poonam there. You know where I sit, your deans are there. And of course, the chancellor is always available. So this is your family. This is your home. So be bindas like you were at home. Enjoy yourselves, learn, have fun. And Poonam, we should think about new interesting things. We should think about probably some excursions. We can do some painting. Krishna, right? I would love to learn how to paint. Humko sikhayega? So how many of you sing in this room? No one will put their hand up because then I make this.
I can
One
see
more.
one at least. Yeah, you're going to have some fun after the program.
Yes, one is that. But let's do some cultural evenings every day. Let's all come together. Let's play. Let's enjoy ourselves. In fact, some of you stayed also on campus after COVID. So how many of you were on campus after COVID? Was declared last year. So the old ones have gone, the new ones have come inside. I think Sen, you stuck around, right? I think some of your friends from Syria were there. So let's meet every day. Let's bring in that cultural diversity. Let's have lots of fun. And do invite me also any fun that you have. I would love to have get to know many of you, understand many of you, and hopefully in the next 3 to 6 months, Anuradha can tell us more. Will the mask go away then? She says no, they won't go away. I'm more optimist. I think they'll go away. What about you, Deepak sir? They'll stay, the mask will stay. Okay, so we'll live with a mask and we'll live with fun. Any questions that anyone has from? Any thought, any idea, any question? So how was home? How many enjoyed home? Not you, huh? God. How many did not enjoy it?
Slowly the hand. Don't worry, your parents are not watching the program. Put your hand up.
Anyway, you should also look at it as a very unique experience that you had being at home because, when you're 40 or 50, that's when you appreciate that 1.5 years you spent with your parents. I think it's a very unique experience. It's a very wonderful experience to be with parents and at home. So anyway, looks like you want to be on campus. So Poonam, over to you. Let the fun begin. And, once again, welcome. And I really, really thank all of you to be here, trusting Shalini and trusting your friends and trusting the teachers. So let's start having great time so that we can encourage more and more students to come. So Poonam, thank you very much for organizing this. Dr. Khosla, what an inspiring speech. And I would like to especially thank Brigadier Mehta here today. So we'll do a round of applause for him. He ensured that we took a promise that when you guys come back, the campus needs to be greener, needs to be having more flowers, needs to be cleaner, needs to have more activity than what you left. And I think Brigadier Mehta did a great job. I know it wasn't easy, sir. So thank you very, very much for keeping the campus absolutely spotless. I can only say one thing. I was at one of the very large universities the other day in Chandigarh, one of the public universities, and they have crumbled because of COVID. You can see rust everywhere. You can see weeds growing. You can see things not working. While Brigadier Mehta, you kept everything absolutely stick and span. So thank you very much. We'll continue with that. I think we want some deans and teachers here. I also like to thank the teachers very specifically. I think they worked very, very hard. Teaching online is, if learning online is tough, teaching online is very, very tough. So I really thank all of you for making it happen. We've got Saurabh, Vipin, Dinesh, Radha Man, Deepak, I don't know if there's anyone here. Of course, Poonam, you've done millions of those. You're also a teacher. Vipul, Shard, and of course, our man of unit. Come on. Upgraded technology, hopefully, we've got faster speed here. So ID guys are there. Thank you for that. And of course, once again, I would also like to thank your parents because I think they are the ones who ensured that you kept a sane mind and a sane heart. So thanks to all your parents. When you meet them or speak to them today, tell them that you love them because parents are precious. So once again, welcome and Poonam, over to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Atul. Thank you for that warm welcome. I think quite a few of you have just come in. So, a special welcome for you guys who've come back after such a long time. And of course, I'm sure you seen the university and seen the additions that have happened here. And as Atul also said that we are hoping lots and lots of students are watching us on Zoom and then, wishing that they were here. Like Ankush was just now saying, ma'am, sprint ki feel aa gayi Ratan Tata Hall mein aake. So I also stepped into Ratan Tata after, I don't know, almost a year, and it was, so wonderful to be in the physical world. Of course, as Atul said, life has continued online. We've had the same amount of sprints. We've had our social projects. We've had our cultural functions, everything on Zoom. And of course, in the beginning, it was all very exciting, but then gradually, you started missing the real world and wishing that things started happening again. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Of course, Anuradha and Deepak say that it's going to be a long time. Chalo mask pehen lenge, par wapas aane ki permission mil jani chahiye, hai na? So I now welcome on stage, like Atul just talked about Brigadier Mehta, our Director of Operations, that there are some unsung heroes. They work tirelessly and relentlessly behind the screens and ensure that everything is in top order. So Brigadier Mehta, our Director of Operations, is one of those people. He and his team have been here all through COVID. And sometimes, we would read his mail and say, "Arey, yaar, phir itni lambi mail, that please do this, please don't do this." But at the end of the day, we all realize that it's for our own good. And we did have a few cases, but thankfully, we remain relatively safe. So he's one person who's, been at it 24/7. So Brigadier Mehta, welcome to the stage, and I would like you to tell the students.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you, ma'am, for the introduction, and thank you to the Vice Chancellor for having said such good words. The actual heroes actually are not here. You have those landscape people, the housekeeping people, my other team, the construction people, who, despite the lockdown, would be here on campus. They never cribbed. They were always here, supporting all of us and making sure that when all of you come back, you only see improved things and make sure that the campus looks clean and tidy and nice, and not to forget the driving force. Like you saw the man out here, the man of the day out here giving that push to you, right? He is the man on campus who will be everywhere, motivating us, guiding us, telling us what needs to be done. And that is how you all got motivated. And that's how you're seeing that the university campus was the way you left it. And a lot of things have been added, which I'll slowly cover in my presentation. Okay, as I've already been introduced, I am the Director of Operations. I am, as part of my responsibility, I am supposed to make your stay in campus now. And look into your problems, your complaints, and to enforce the discipline which is required, for which one at times does get unpopular, but that's what the rule calls for. Right. Now I'll be covering the following things. There are certain protocols which we need to follow. You all are very aware of it. I just will be repetitions for you, but I think it's important to go over them so you know what is expected of all of you. Those who are watching us online, a lot of things will apply to you also. We do pray that you all stay safe. Suddenly, everybody seems very serious with me coming on stage. Okay. Right. So, as the Vice Chancellor checked with you all, first dose of vaccination is very important. I'm sure most all of you have done that. And to be on campus, it's mandatory to have taken the first dose. In case anybody has any problems where they have not taken the first dose, they need to get a medical certificate, a certification by a doctor as to why you need not be given the vaccine. Or in case somebody had COVID and 90 days are not complete, that's what the doctors recommend. So for 90 days, you don't take a vaccination and you take it after 90 days. So you just have to show us the proof. Other than that, and this applies for all of us, whether we are faculty, staff, or students, each one of us has to follow it. Arogya Setu needs to be downloaded. It is very helpful. All those who have not done it, please keep it active. There are COVID guidelines given everywhere, repeated time and again. Please follow them. Some of them I'm going to be telling you specifically out here. Mask is to be worn all the times, except obviously when you're communicating like this. But otherwise, when you are in your classes or when you are interacting in your groups, please make sure the mask is on. And obviously the hands have to be kept sanitized. Surfaces, this is for the staff or for you also, wherever you are, please make sure the surfaces are clean. Medically, they say, health-wise, they say, surfaces do not communicate COVID, but still be careful. Social distance, well-defined. Please make sure you ensure that, and don't get into groups of more than 2 and 3. Why they say 2 or 3 and why not bigger groups? Because the probability is lesser. And generally there's a tendency to get into groups during breaks or during lunchtime or when you are, watching some games. Please avoid that. But whenever you do this also, please make sure your mask is on. Cross ventilation is very important. It reduces the probability of communicating. And whenever there will be students who are day scholars who will be coming on campus, all those who are hostlers, in case ever you feel any symptoms showing on you, please do not come on the campus. Stay where you are, inform your faculty and inform your roommates. And here the roommates and friends are the ones who play a major role, because half the time we are not even decided, well, do I need to or do I need to? Whenever there's an if or a but, it's always best somebody else advises you correctly. Please do that for each one of you. Ensure this only helps to keep all of us safe, which is you also. Milkha Singh Stadium, there will be a restriction on the number of people out there because it is indoors. Please bear with us, but we'll certainly give you a lot of opportunity to be there. Restrictions will be minimal. Student mess instructions are to keep it at 50% capacity, seating capacity. We have made 15 rooms in girls and boys hostel each as quarantine facility. In case we do have some people who will show some symptoms to go into there. Those who have been on campus, you would know that you are taken care of. Please, and this will be only when it is needed. We have a health center here where we have upgraded the beds to 10 beds with oxygen facilities. That is, in case of any emergency, we are equipped to support patients. Please don't feel scared. As yet, not a single person on campus has needed that. We had around 600 students. Other than that, there are faculty and staff also on campus during the last semester. We had very minimal cases and 80% of them were asymptomatic. So students have followed the protocol on campus very rigorously, and that helped us to maintain good discipline here. There's a bit of a restriction than normal times of moving out of the campus. So whenever you people have to move out, if there is a requirement, you please keep your wardens, take the permissions. Please keep it restricted to bare minimum, because the moment you go out, you get more exposed. And believe me, we are going to have a bigger strength coming in. Slowly, students will come in. So we need to keep the campus clean. If we have more cases, we are monitored by the civil administration. They take our state on a weekly basis. And when the cases were coming, they were taking it on daily basis. So they monitor, and we don't want in any way, any adverse kind of a directive coming to us from the civil administration to close your campus or, seal it, which did happen with some universities, you all are aware. So we have been able to make sure that doesn't happen. And for that, we require your support. We will have presently, in the present circumstances, we are having a bus going on bi-weekly, that is every 2 weeks, to Solan to take all of you whenever you need. Other than that, whenever you have any need, you can always take our permission and keep us informed. For any medical emergencies or normal medical requirement, we have a MMU, we have a MOU with MMU. So what we are asking is that should be your first hospital you should visit. And for that, we'll give you the support of an ambulance. Other than that, we are not recommended you should go to any other hospital unless and until it is very specifically required for you, by you. So for that, you will have to make your own arrangements. And now to also regulate, because you see the requirement keeps coming the whole day. So to regulate, we would prefer, in case you are already not feeling well or you want to consult a doctor, by 9:30, you should come to the health center. And then we will send you collectively. Other than that, in case during the day, if there is a need or there's an emergency, certainly we'll support you. Some timings for the people on campus. The university timings are 9 to 5:30. They will change when the winter set in, but present timings are 9 to 5:30. By 8:30, wherever you are outside, you are expected to be back on campus. That is here, and by 9:30 you need to be back in your hostels. 9:30 is the time when the attendance is also taken in the hostels for the wardens to make sure everybody is fine and they are back. Library is open 24/7. You can visit it anytime. The boundaries which we have restricted for movement outside, and I'll tell you why we have kept those boundaries, are the ATM and the Yuvraj Stadium when you're moving outside. Reason is last time when we had these cases coming, a lot of cases coming in. So what we analyzed was our interaction with the students in the eateries outside, which was that intermingling was causing a bit of a problem. So then we decided we'll restrict the space. Things improve, we'll open it up. Okay. And if anybody needs specifically to move out, please come to me. I'll always support you there. These are timings of your breakfast, lunch, evening tea, dinner. They are also displayed in your messes. When you people have not been here, there are some improvements or additions which have taken place on campus. You can go and see them yourselves. We have a Yogananda Center for Theology, which has been established on the top floor of the library. So you can see the top two photographs are of the Center of Theology. Then you have the MS Swaminathan School of Agriculture and the gallery. The left photograph, bottom photograph is that, and you would see the entrance. It has been changed. Then we are having these new model rooms, classrooms coming up. The right bottom photograph, this kind of furniture is going to be there where you can move your furniture. You can have group discussions within the class. So this is what is, we already got one classroom furnished and we are going to add on to more. We have got these e-studios. You have seen those huts, bamboo huts. This is from where your faculties were running the classes also, in addition to the classrooms which we had facilitated. And there are 15 of them. These places can also be used by a small group of students for working or for any discussion. Then we have got those from agriculture. When we move there, you will see some improved facilities which have come up there in all the three farms. There's an elevator which has been put in the G block, which is going to be commissioned in the next 2-3 days. Is going to support both the G block and the H block. There's an additional block which has come in the girls' hostel, which will add on to another hostel facility for 60 girl students and 5 faculty. Then we have got an in-house laundry, which has come up in the new boys' hostel block. We don't have any contract with an outside laundry now. So it's contracted outside, but there's in-house within the university. The arrangement for your washing of clothes remain the same, 40 clothes in a month, and then whatever over and above that, there's additional. There is a feedback we continuously keep taking about this. So please keep on informing your wardens and keep giving a feedback on that. The performance. We have a new caterer now in the students' mess. From the 1st of this month, they have started. They are known as Shetty and Brothers. They have come from outside. I do hope all those in the hostel that the quality of food is a bit improved and better now. In case there is a process of a regular feedback. So please keep informing us in case you have any feedback which to give. We are going to ensure 24 hours power backup for you. There are 2 new generators which have been procured and installed specifically for the hostels. New gym equipment and a synthetic badminton court have come in. The badminton court as yet has not been commissioned. It will take another 10 days. The gym is already there. Basketball court is under renovation, should be done in the next 10 days and should be available to you. And a new tennis court is also coming up on campus now. And all those who have been here, there are walking trails which are marked around the campus. In the monsoon, just be a bit careful, but please make use of them. I have finished. In case anybody has any queries or questions, I am always available. You can please reach out to me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mehta, for updating
Us
us
on
on
what
what
is
is
happening
happening
in
in
campus.
campus.
And so अतुल से जाते जाते मैं बोल के गए थोड़ी बच्चों में एनर्जी कम है, तो थोड़ी एनर्जी लेके आओ. So I think what I do is I'll ask Karishma to come and sing the songs for us. Where are you, Karishma? Yes. On to our next session. You need the mic. Competition थोड़ी है. So Karishma is our second year student from MBA. She's currently interning here in Shulini, and she's now in her second year. Hello.
Okay, I'm starting. तेरे दिल में मेरी धड़कने थी, तुझको लाई नजर, मेरा इश्क तुझ में सांस ले रहा था, तुझको हुई ना खबर, तेरे अलावा जान गए सब, तुझ पे मैं किन्ना मर दिया, तुझे कैसे पता न चला कि मैं तेनू प्यार कर दिया, तुझे कैसे पता न चला कि तेरा इंतजार कर दिया, तेरे अलावा जान गए सब, तुझ पे मैं किन्ना मर दिया, तुझे कैसे पता न चला कि मैं तेनू प्यार कर दिया, तेरे बाद तुझको हम ढूंढते हैं, राहों से तेरा पता पूछते हैं, मिलते हैं जो प्यार में आंसू, रब जाने क्यों नहीं सूखते हैं, दूरियां ये तेरी छूने लगी तो जीने से मैं तो डर दिया, तुझे कैसे पता न चला कि मैं तेनू प्यार कर दिया, तुझे कैसे पता न चला कि तेरा इंतजार कर दिया. थैंक यू.
Got the loudest applause, Karishma. Okay. So moving on to almost the last academic session for today is whatever's been happening in technology and e-unit, there's a lot of hard work that goes behind it. So we are now going to talk about some of the changes that have been inculcated in the technology so that you are updated on it and understand it better, and also about the minors that have been introduced. So I welcome online Ashu ma'am, Sachin and Narendra to be on Zoom, and they will tell you exactly what is happening with the minors and also what is happening with the e-unit and also what's happening in the technology. So just give us a minute and we switch over to the online.
How are you?
Good. Okay, so since Vishal sir is here, please let's have a round of applause. behind the mask, it's difficult to understand kaun aaya, kaun gaya. Mask hata
Doubly
dijiye.
vaccinated.
Yes. So I hope most of you would know that Vishal sir is our pro-chancellor now, and he was somewhere in the campus, so I invited him and I said that please do come and speak to the students. So Vishal, a quick 2
Yeah,
minute
quick 2 minutes.
with the students.
I hope I'm not eating into someone's.
No,
Hi guys, welcome back.
the Zoom is also going there.
So we really missed you guys. So welcome back. And you know, as the year passed by, all you guys contributed a big way to the Shruti story. As most people have shared, as Shruti today, we are among the top 300 Asia university. That's a very big achievement. That's a very big achievement. A big way to this story. In research, it's actually number 14 in Asia. I mean, that's phenomenal. And we're only second to ISC Bangalore as far as research goes in India. This is again a very commendable thing. So I'll just take 2 minutes going forward. How do I see things? I know last 1.5 years has been very troublesome for all of us. You know, future kya hoga, especially you guys who are passing out. You know, it's a big challenge that what will happen to me as I pass out. So one good piece of advice, I'll just give you a number and just remember this. It took India 60 years to touch 1 trillion as an economy. So India को 1947 से 2008 60 साल लगे पहला trillion earn करने के. Any guess how much it took India to do the second trillion? And that's through our disruptive economics of Manmohan Singh and the likes of PV Narasimha Rao. 8 years. Okay, I'll give it short. Sorry, I was. So 8 years. You know how much it took us to do the next trillion? Add another India. 5 years. You know what's our pace now? As I speak, India is on a hockey stick. It's really growing at an unbelievable pace. Any industry I touch, I represent industry at multiple platforms. Any industry I'm involved in, or I speak to, or I speak about, is currently in a clean state. Next 10 years, India is going to add $1 trillion every 18 months. Imagine what we did as a country in 60 years, we will do it every 18 months. And Casey is there, she will check my numbers. No? No, just joking. So the next 10 years for India are beautiful. So how I would like you guys to see the simple formula, a very senior industry leader shared with me about the platform. He said, look at India in 2 ways. With one eye, look at 10 days of India. 10 days of India will make you very sweaty. कभी कोई political issue हो रहा है, कभी कोई riots हो रहे हैं, कभी कोई economy up and down जा रही है, markets go fluctuating. So it's very sweaty. But when you look at India for 10 years horizon, India is the most beautiful story anyone can see or has ever seen in the history of the world. You will see by the time 2030 India survives, it will be actually one of the top 2 or the top 3 nations, whether it's economics, whether it's cultural development, whether it's music, arts, sports, everything, every single domain. So you guys are in a dream state. What US was in 1950s, 60s, what Japan was from 70s to 90s is the time for India. So don't worry. Just put your heart and soul. I think we are through. We vaccinated quite well. I hope all of you vaccinated. Yes. Great. That's great. So we all are mostly vaccinated. Third wave, by all the numbers we're getting from all the IITs and all the ISC guys, is not going to be a big threat because numbers will come in, but it won't be fatal. So as long as it's not fatal, we have to carry on to work and move the economy forward. So this is a very important year for all you guys. Just put in your best forward. Build your careers. I can assure you, Shuri will offer you the best platform as you pass out from this. Whether it's further education, whether it's research, whether it's placements to top institutions. So welcome back once again, and thank you so much for moving back. You have a
Yes, in fact, Ashu and Sachin will be taken to the.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you so much. So I think the technology team is ready. We can start the session. We can start with Ashu, ma'am, surely.
So, hi everyone, good morning. Am I audible? No. Yes, okay. audible to the people on Zoom, but I don't know about the ones online or in the hall.
Just 1 minute, ma'am. So,
Yeah, sure.
ready? Ma'am, speak.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, wonderful. So we can start?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So good morning, everyone, to the ones who are present in RTH, as well as the 500 or 400 odd people that I see online. A very good morning from Abu Dhabi. And, it seems unreal that I'm sitting here in Abu Dhabi, some people here on the campus, and several others back in their homes. And we are all connecting today to kick off our new semester. We are here, with my colleagues, Dr. Narendra Verma, and with Hemant from the IT team. So we are here to talk a little bit about what is new from the point of view of technology, as well as some work that we have been doing to enhance and upgrade your curriculum. So I will first invite our IT team, and all of you probably know Hemant, who will be guiding you through a short 5-minute demo of what is new in the technology platform that we'll be using for our online classes. Our effort is that we enhance or increase the interaction and student participation. So we have brought about some changes which you might find useful, as well as the teachers might find useful, to have a more interactive learning experience. So over to you, Hemant.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, good morning all. I will take all of you through the online class platform that you are recently using during the COVID time. Some of the advancements which we are incorporating from the current semester. So I am just sharing my screen. Are you able to get my screen? So you are familiar with?
No, we are not seeing your screen yet.
Just now?
Yeah, now it is visible.
So all of you are familiar with this portal. This is the portal when you enter any class, clicking on your timetable at a particular time. You will enter the classroom. You have a teacher, you have all your classmates here. So when you enter, you have various options displayed on your screen. Here you are seeing that you are joined as a microphone. Just a minute. So these are the various icons which you are provided. When you enter the classroom, you will be having only with listen mode. So when your teacher asks you that open your microphone or ask something, you have to just click on the leave audio. When you press on the leave audio, you will again join using the join audio button. You will be asked how you would like to join. You will click on the microphone button. So as soon as you click, you will get an echo test. And when your echo test is successful, you will get two icons, either accepted or not. So this is connecting to the echo test. This icon will appear. You will hear your own sound. If you are hearing your own sound, you will click yes.
You are now muted.
And you will enter the portal using microphone. By default, your microphone is muted. You will click on this icon to unmute your icon. So by this way, you can directly talk to your teacher by enabling your microphone. Secondly, to enable your camera, you are having this icon to share your webcam. And as soon as this privilege is provided to by your teacher, you will click on the share webcam. The portal will search for your webcam settings. From here, you can change your camera if you are using some external device. And from here, you can select the type of quality you are using and click on the start sharing button. In this way, your webcam will be shared. Secondly, if you want to present or your teacher asks you to present your presentation or you are giving the presentation to the whole of the class, you will ask the teacher to give the presentation control to you. Mahesh, can you give me the privilege? So this is the icon for the presenter. Here computer sign is shown on your user. You just, and this icon will appear on your dashboard. So you just click on your share your screen. From here, these are the various options which you can navigate. If you want to present some particular screen or you want to select the entire screen, so you can just select window or screen and entire screen in this way and click on the allow button. So your whole screen will be presented to all the users, for the teacher as well, and for all the students. So in this way, you can present your screen. Third option, if you want to set some status or you want to raise a hand so that your faculty can get your status that you are asking for something or you want to ask for something, you can select upon your user. You can select the option as set status, and these are the various status which you can select for a particular time. So suppose I am raising a hand, so I can click on raise. Your icon will be displayed with your status. It will be displayed to the teacher, your faculty, and you can ask your question. Okay. And these are the various options which your faculty can provide you from time to time. If you want to stop the screen sharing, you just click on this. Your screen sharing will be stopped. If you want to stop your camera sharing, you just click on your share button, this one. And if you want to leave your audio, you just click on leave audio and your audio mode will be moved to the listen only mode. And if you want to see other viewers or your teacher give you the privilege that if you want to see the others webcam or like you do in your GDs, Mahesh, can you give me the privilege? Riti, you can also share your webcam. Have you given the privilege? So this is the second student. You are getting the camera. So in this way, you can share your webcams. That's all, ma'am.
All right. If you have any questions, we can have them on chat. But I think these are very simple, features that we have introduced this session to increase your interactivity, like I said, with the teacher. So it is a two-way street. I think the teacher has to give you the options, but you have to take those options in class for active participation. Very simple things. I'm sure all of you are much more tech savvy than any of your teachers, and I'm sure you'll be able to figure out these things, which are very simple. So just remember, when you have to speak, you have to leave the audio and join with your microphone, and you have to switch on your cameras, provided the teacher will have the control and the right to allow you your cameras and your microphones. I have tried it with a couple of batches of the very new students who are joining us, the first years. and it has worked well. So we are hoping that the online classes will be much more interesting by using these features. So I can just see good this thing. Okay, so somebody is saying there should be notification for class. I think the IT team was also working on that. I don't know if that is available right now, but we'll check that and get back to you. And otherwise, we are getting some positive comments. And I really hope that, I have been on the other side as well. I'm a PhD student right now at the university. So I have taken classes, and I know it's very easy to have your camera switched on and put the teacher on. You switch off your microphones and let the teacher speak. But we have to be more proactive to have a better experience of learning ourselves. So we are providing these features, and I hope most of you will be using these. All right, so now we can, I don't see any more questions regarding the notification. Definitely we have thought about it, and let me check with the IT team how far we have progressed with it. And if we can get an alert on our phones before a class, that will be wonderful. I agree to that. So let me move on to a little bit about the changes in curriculum, right? Which we are bringing or hoping to bring this semester. So let me start by sharing my screen, and you'll have to tell me if it is visible or not. I hope you can see it.
Visible, ma'am.
Okay, great. So I'm going to talk about a new way of learning, the CBCS, as we call it, the choice-based credit system at Shulini. So most of you would have noticed that this time when you were registering, we didn't ask you to register for your open electives, because we are upgrading that system, and we are hoping to bring a new way of learning using this choice-based credit system for all of you, hopefully. So let me tell you a little bit more about this. So our vision is, and Dr. Khosla was talking about the future and the new education policy in his address. Our vision at Shulini, even before the new education policy was talked about, was to give you some flexibility, some choice in the way you learn. And our open electives was a way to offer you something of a choice in a subject that you find interesting. So you were given that choice to choose from a pool of subjects. So we are going to follow the same system of choice, but what we are doing is widening the choice, and we are trying to get some better outcomes of these choices for you. So you can choose from courses which will be available each semester, just like you did for your open electives. But like I said, we have widened the choice. So the bucket is much larger now, and it is divided into different categories or different streams. So you have choice of subjects from agriculture to hospitality management to English to physics to mechatronics to entrepreneurship, and all of you have the choice to pick up a subject from any of these streams. So we have widened the bucket, we have categorized it in a more understandable or more easy to understand way, so that you know that if you are interested in a particular field, you have a choice of learning something from there. So over 20 categories are open for you to select. This semester, how we will work is, generally you'd used to choose one open elective per semester. We are now expanding this choice for you. So the one stands as a minimum requirement, like it did in the past semesters, but now you have the choice to choose up to two. So minimum of one, a maximum of two can be chosen from any of these categories that will be available to you. This is like a very small font, so I'm not sure if you will be able to read it, but I'll give you a snapshot of what is on your screens. So what we have done is we've really worked hard over the summer to curate and to develop these curriculum or these courses and come up with this list of some exciting subjects. So what we have said is that if you choose to do, say, a minor in biology or biotechnology, you don't have to be a science student. But if you're interested, if you are a student studying engineering, but you had some interest in biology and you thought that you will never ever study biology now and that opportunity is gone, you are wrong. You can still go ahead and study a bit of biology, or if you're interested in biotechnology, by choosing your subjects for the CBCS through this, the minor subjects as we are calling them, and you can make that choice. The subjects are very interesting, like I said. So you don't really need a background in biology to, experience these subjects. So in biology, we'll be talking about biodiversity and sustainability. These are topics which are pertinent and which are important for everyone to understand. So if you have interest in sustainability, environment, you can choose to do this subject. We'll be talking about the history of biology. So if you're a history buff and you want to understand how biology has evolved over the years and how it was, studied in the ancient civilization, right, to the point that we started paying attention to genetics and how environment is the focus these days. We are also planned these courses in these categories for the upcoming semester, which will be displayed to you or which will be shown to you so that you know what is in the offer in the future. So if you want to continue choosing subjects from biology, you will know that in the upcoming semester, you can understand the evolution of behavior and society. So some people might be doing psychology or maybe interested in psychology. Would you want to know how the human behavior has evolved and how we have evolved as a society? You could choose to do this subject. If you want to be a Sherlock Holmes, you can study tracing crime through biology. So this would be a subject that I would be interested in, knowing how fingerprints work, how DNA works. And, you don't have to be a biology student to be interested in forensics of crime. Field ornithology is what we want to introduce. We want you to know about the biodiversity or the flora and fauna around the university. How about going bird watching around the campus and seeing how many different species of birds are there on the campus? We'll be offering you this course. So if there is a student who is doing hardcore engineering or biotechnology, this will be a nice break for you to go around and study the birds in the campus. Similarly, minor in biotechnology, coexisting with microbes, very, 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 topical subject. How do we coexist with whatever is going around us, whatever is in forms of microbes are existing in the environment? Our immunity, how does that work? And we are using the COVID as a case study. So this is going to be another interesting subject. Another couple of snapshots now from the liberal arts sides or the business side, a minor in English. So you don't really have to know hardcore Shakespeare. When we say a minor in English, we are offering you the choice of having a taste of world literature classics or gender studies, or how literature is connected to films, how literature is connected to history, how literature is connected to science and technology. What does the literature say about science and technology? So this is the fascinating world of English, which is connected to various subjects. And of course, entrepreneurship, which is very, very valid and very, very pertinent for everybody who wants to, do their own thing after having a degree. If you want to start your own business, you should know the basics of entrepreneurship, how to develop that mindset, how to think of that next big idea. We are giving you this option of exploring the world of entrepreneurship, and you could be in any stream. You could be a liberal arts student, engineering student, biotechnology student, and you could study a little bit about entrepreneurship. So I hope this excites you, this choice, the menu of courses that is being offered to you. So we have stalled the registrations for these courses a little bit because the courses will be starting in September when our first years also join. So you will be in a class where there'll be a mix of students. So it's not just your classmates in final year or second year who will be studying these subjects. You will be studying it with some youngsters who are the first years, who will bring in a different perspective. So the peer learning is going to be exciting in these courses as well. So another thing that we are working on is the possibility of you to gain a minor in a subject. So if you take a requisite number of courses in a particular category. So you saw those 20 categories. There is a possibility that you can get a minor. So you might be aware of these terms, major and minor. Major is, of course, the degree that you're enrolled in. A minor is a secondary academic discipline, right? During your undergrad studies. So what exactly is a minor? It's like a subordinate or a complement to the degree that you're doing. It can support your major, or it can be based on your career goals and personal interests, which might be a little obvious to you after having seen the snapshot of the subjects being offered. So for example, if you're a student majoring in engineering, you want to support this major by getting a minor in AI, artificial intelligence. Or you could choose a more fascinating, not related subject like entrepreneurship, because you can be an engineer who can have their own startup after they graduate. Or you are thinking of going abroad, so you can study some foreign language. So based on your career goals, where you want to be or what fascinates you. So personally for me, what has been a painful experience is the fact that at 18 years of age or even less, I had to make the choice of going into medicine. And after that, I never got the opportunity of exploring something that I loved, which was English literature. So imagine a scenario which offered me the chance of studying a little bit of English literature while I was doing my medicine. I would have been so happy. And the other day we were discussing this with Dr. Anuradha from biotechnology, and she was saying that it would have been so wonderful if we had the choice of doing something that interests us, something that is beyond the degree that we are doing. So I really loved this quote by a psychology professor from the US. He says, I think of minor as an interdisciplinary link. It links you and connects you to another discipline. It expands how you think about discipline. So it expands your horizons. It expands your ability to connect different things. And that is what the world is moving towards. It also teaches you more about life, more about the people, more about working with people. So I think that is the most important skill, much more important than the core subjects that you're studying, because you'll forget all the laws of physics and engineering and the difficult numericals in a couple of years after you have graduated. But what you learn about life, about people and working with people is what is going to stay with you and help you succeed in life. So I think this system is going to offer you that. So you might have a lot of questions about, can I get a minor? How many subjects do I need to take? How many credits that I need to take? So all these questions will be answered when we open our registrations for these minor subjects for you, which will be very soon. But in any case, if you have a couple of questions, we can take them right now. And I also have Dr. Narendra Verma, who will be helping me answer these questions. So I'll stop my screen share right now. And just a minute. Yeah. So I'll have to look at the chat, and Narendra, if you can help me with any questions that you can see. So I see one saying for third years, it is compulsory to take 2 minor subjects. Narendra, you want to take that?
Divyansh, not at all. As ma'am has already said, we are developing these courses on the patterns of the open elective, right? Which was a choice-based graduate system. If you wish to have only one course in one semester and one more course in next semester, then you can. But doing one course is mandatory for the requirement of your degree, but that's completely up to you if you want to have more than one or not. But one is mandatory. Is minor available for PG students as well? I'm really sorry, as of now, no, but we are getting this request. We are thinking about this. So these minors are only for UG, and that too accepting B Pharmacy, BSc Agriculture, BA LLB, and LLB, because they're governed by different regulatory bodies. Really excited. Thank you really so much, Dheeraj.
Yeah, so are we. We are very excited. We were very excited while we were brainstorming and developing this whole thing. And we took all of our summer and we had several meetings with teachers, deans. So it has been an exciting journey for us and we can't wait to bring it to you. Rajshekhar is saying, I want to do my bachelor's again.
That's interesting. But learning is not a destination; it's a journey. It should. We ourselves consider ourselves as students, and it is a lifelong process, dear Rajshekhar. So without doing a master, you can still learn a lot of things.
Absolutely. So like we said, we will be rolling out the registrations uh, for these courses very soon. And the classes will start simultaneously when the first years join, right? What are the 20 choices? So the 20 choices was the slide that I showed you, but if I can say a few, if I can remember by memory. So we have agriculture, we have AI, we have economics, business management, physics,
English.
chemistry, biology, biotechnology, healthcare. We have English, we have foreign languages. What else? Mechatronics,
And dear
yoga, of
students,
course,
and then
yoga.
and dear student, before you take a decision, we will be putting up all these minors along with the courses in them, as ma'am had shown in the presentation, to you beforehand, at
Yeah.
least about 4 to 5 days before you choose your courses. So we are working on it, and maybe in 2 3 days time we'll zero in on, finish it off, and put it on your dashboard, and a message will also go to you that you can go through these various courses and also various terms and conditions.
Yeah. So Pragya is also asking the same question. We will be sharing it very soon on your dashboards. It will be available with all the details, detailed description of the courses that you'll take this semester or what will be available in the future so that you can decide your own learning path, how you want to
Definitely.
go about it. Yeah.
It
Can we
is for
do
you, it has to come to you.
can we do multiple minors in one semester or just one per semester? So you can do a maximum of 2 this semester. The next semester, we are still planning how we can go about it. But this semester, you can take a maximum of 2, right? And they can be in the same subject. So if you want to do the two courses in, say, AI, you can do that. Or if you want to choose one in AI and one in English, that is also open to you, right? Yeah.
It's like you can have multiple minors, right? For example, you can choose to have biology as one minor and foreign languages another
As a-
minor. But within one single minor, you will be doing maximum of 2 courses per semester.
Arushi says, will the schedule timing coincide? No, if you're taking 2 courses, we have 2 slots available in the
We
timetable. We'll make
yes,
sure that none of them clash. So,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah. So,
We're going to make operational changes in the timetable, but you don't need to worry about that.
yeah. Shreya, we'll get all the list of all the subjects in the area. We have already prepared this list. We'll be putting it up on my Shulini very soon. So you'll have a look at that. And we'll be available. Probably we'll give you an email where you can send your queries, or if you have any queries, we are available to answer all your questions. You might even want to speak to some of your teachers to, they'll counsel you as to how you should go about it. What is a great learning path for you based on your interests, based on your. Uh, Amit says minor for music and musical instruments. Amit, I personally will be very happy to work on it. Unfortunately, not this semester, but maybe next semester. I'm very keen to do it. And I promise you that I'll bring it to you. So
And,
just
and,
wait
and,
for some more time.
and maybe if let me tell you, if you're lucky enough, maybe we have a minor which not is not only on the music, we may be having performing art and theater.
Yeah.
So give us some time, we'll definitely look into it. And before I move on to the next thing, there are 2 questions which are being asked. One is, what about the offline classes? Uh, Dear ladies and gentlemen, we are actually waiting for the action of the government of Himachal Pradesh. The moment they open it, that college can open, we will be the first university to ask you to come and see you, right? And second question was about NCC, right? So NCC is one minor which is now opened only to the first year. That is how it was started. And also the criteria of NCC, the NCC brigade, the Solan command will carry out certain tests. So what we will do, we will ask you to give your names, and then this brigade will be asking certain questions, certain tests, and those students who qualify into this will be given the NCC. The number would be around 25 to 30, maybe a little more or little less by, let's say, 10%, but not more than
So lots of demands for various subjects coming.
that. Is
Divyanshi,
there
I'm
minor
happy to
for
tell you,
mathematics?
minor in law is available, Divyanshi,
Yes,
already.
yes, yes.
Sales and marketing. So we're getting some more ideas. Dance, we talked about performing arts. Minor in mathematics, we need to talk to Neeraj about it and
We
see if we
will
can offer
see.
that. Foreign languages, yes, Kamna, we are offering Mandarin and Korean language.
Korean languages.
Right. So we are offering that and we'll expand that in the future as well. No minor for PG last year students, unfortunately, Gurpreet. Yeah, maybe in the future we'll bring the minors to PG as well. Is there any French? Not this semester. Who knows, maybe next semester we can. Fashion designing is another one. Bhanu has said design. So we are taking notes. We are taking notes as to how we can expand this list.
Although under artificial intelligence, we will have a course on design thinking, but
Yes.
design thinking as such, not as a minor.
Yeah, so we have a design thinking course in AI.
Big.
Maths is a big ask, Narinder.
Maths is a big ask. We'll have to think about this, ma'am.
Yeah.
And about this modeling and all, as I told you, we are thinking about music, theater, and performing arts. And we may keep a course on modeling. Give us little time. It's nice that you
There's
guys
an
have.
interesting thought here, Narinder, saying, have the open electives that we have taken in the past, can they count towards it? So I think we can also do that exercise.
We will do that. Fine. So what we will do is all those open electives which have been offered to you last year, or maybe in last 3 years, we will see if they can qualify into existing list of what we are calling as minors. We'll come out with that list also, dear.
Yeah, so I believe that students are impatient now to close the session. We'll be available to answer any questions at any point of time. This was just an introductory as a teaser of a film is released. So that is what we released today. And picture abhi baki hai. We'll see the picture unfold as we go along. Took German in a previous semester, so maybe you can work towards a minor in foreign languages. Yeah.
Certainly,
So Arushi, it's a great point that you have brought up, and we'll definitely consider open electives done in the past as a possibility for adding to the minors. Quantum biophysics. Okay, we are taking notes. Thank you so much. So I think at this point we can close.
There was one question about doing 4 courses in a minor. Dear, we as of now we are in a deciding mode, and we will come back to you that how many courses or how many credits are required to do in the tenure of your degree. It is not one semester or 1 year. This minor will be running across your tenure of degree, whether it is a 3-year degree or a 4-year degree, right? So we are just give us little time. We'll get back to you maybe by the next week. And all those information, all those queries will be handled. We will give you our contact numbers and also the email IDs.
All right. So on that note, thank you very much. And back to the team in RTH, over to you. Thank you so much. Have a great day and welcome once again to the new semester.
So with that, closure of our, what shall I say, the serious part of the program. So thank you, Ashu. Thank you, Narinder sir. Thank you, Hemant, for taking us through all this. And I would request students who still have queries to get in touch with their faculty or the e-unit team or the technology team. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day. And thank you to all of those